Thank you so much for coming with
Thank
us. So we are from an agency in New York, and we're working with an asset management company, and we've been given the opportunity to redesign our entire site and ecosystem. So we're meeting with a lot of financial advisors and individual investors around the country, going through kind of just a scripted guide about what your day-to-day is as an individual investor, how you interact with asset managers, what are some of your pain points, and then we have a couple of exercises. So the first part is just kind of regular questioning. Then we're going to walk you through some asset managers and just have you kind of talk us through what you're seeing. And then we're going to go into a product detail page exercise, these little puzzle pieces to, see, have you set up what's your ideal page to get information. And then we'll be done. Good? Thank you. And this is Michael Shane. All right.
Just a sec. Just want to get one thing set up. Okay, go. Great. All right. Morning.
Hey,
sorry. A little last minute setup.
It's all right.
So we're going to start off just sort of really general. I want to get to know you and sort of what your general point of view, what your experiences are like. And like Sarah said, we're doing these interviews because we're essentially redesigning a website. But we're talking to investors like yourself, investment professionals, to get sort of real firsthand on the ground information about right now, today, how people are thinking about these things as they fit into your daily life, your normal life. So we're going to start way zoomed out, which is how did you start investing? How did you become an investor? And we'll go.
Yeah, sure. I was introduced to investing in elementary school, doing a stocks project.
Oh, I did one of those.
Yeah. And so that was great exposure. And then in high school, I was thinking about money, and I started doing research on stocks, just basic slow growth stocks, dividend growth stocks like McDonald's, Coca-Cola. And then in college, I started doing a lot more research on higher growth stocks, tech stocks. I grew up really interested in technology. My older brother kind of showed me computers, networking, computer games, programming, hacking. So technology is my sector of expertise within investing, and my style is not like high growth like penny stocks, but Tencent, Nvidia, Micron, Trade Desk.
Gotcha.
So I started off a long time ago, and I've been investing ever since. And I grew up around Beverly Hills, so I have a good network there of people who trust me with it.
Gotcha. Have you has the reasons that you invest changed over time?
That's an interesting question. I think the reasons I invest have stayed the same. That I like having my money work for me, and I enjoy the challenge of finding the best investments for myself.
Gotcha. So you mentioned that some people trust you with their money.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah. I share my portfolio with close friends, and if they like my numbers, then they give me money. Gotcha.
Do you have a financial advisor or anyone you consult with?
I have peers of mine that I consult with, but I have a good track record, and I subscribe to Ken Fisher and a couple other gurus or longtime Wall Street guys.
Yeah. So you don't have a paid financial advisor or someone like that you work with?
Right.
Gotcha. Would you ever consider one?
Yeah.
And what would that process be like?
More for advising on taxes or ways to invest so that down the road I could avoid as many taxes as possible.
Gotcha. And is that something you think that you'll do?
Yeah.
You have a time horizon in mind for that?
Well, I'm still young, so I'm not in a rush because all my investments are long term. I'm not doing day trading.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, a couple years. Yeah, time's coming. I'm due to see an advisor.
I see. So you're investing for the long term. What's your, how often are you trading?
So I'm not buying and selling, but I'll accumulate more shares, especially now that the market's down.
Yeah.
So I would say daily. It's not every day, but it's not weekly.
Gotcha. But you're looking to avoid, you don't have taxable events happening that often.
Yeah, correct.
Gotcha. Okay. Could you walk us through a typical day for you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So I wake up, meditate, open up Seeking Alpha, read the market currents. They have a really good news section. It's just really convenient. It's low resource intensive app. So I can just go on there and just see what's going on in international markets, indexes, technology sector, other sectors. So basically reading up on the news and then researching individual equities and market in general.
Gotcha. And is that which part of your day is that? Is that just the beginning or?
Yeah, that's like 8 to 10 a.m.
Gotcha. And keep going. What happens after that?
And then I'll look into the digital asset market, cryptocurrency, and read the news that's going on in the general market there.
Are you investing in crypto or anything like that?
I've been doing that for 3 years.
Okay.
So I'm always staying on the curve and looking for opportunities. So I spend the majority of my day looking for opportunities, calling friends and clients.
Gotcha.
Hit the gym, make some food.
Gotcha. So when you invest money for friends, are you charging them a fee or is there some kind of exchange there?
Yeah, percentage of profits.
Gotcha. Okay. And is this mainly what you're doing is this your vocation?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, investing for myself and others.
Great. When you think about being an investor, especially someone who's essentially a full-time investor, right, which is different than a day trader, of course. When you think about being a full-time investor, what are the things that really suck and are really cause you pain, other than losing money when that happens? I mean, in terms of the way you have, the things you have to do or the tools you have to use or your routine, which parts of it are rough or do you wish could be better, and which parts do you think are great?
Okay, I was losing money. I use Fidelity and Ameritrade on my platforms, and I'm very accustomed. I've been using both of those for over 10 years, so I'm really accustomed to both those platforms. They're very easy for me to navigate, buy, sell, look at profit loss, look at portfolio distribution. So day-to-day tasks are easy. Pains would be like not having as great of a knowledge of my performance versus others, like a pulse of peer versus peer. I guess having like not having access to the tools that probably the higher level investment firms have.
Right.
Getting a more granular look at the whole market.
Yeah.
Versus me just having good intuition and making good picks, but not having a lot of knowledge.
Are you thinking about, when you say tools, are you thinking about just a room, they have rooms full of analysts? Are you thinking about like a Bloomberg terminal or things like that?
Actually, both of those. Yeah, having a Bloomberg terminal would really help because obviously I've seen like what it's capable of and all the analytics that come with it and information. Yeah, mostly information is a big pain point. I take pride in my information tools and my information abilities of research and tools that I use to research. But they're still very primitive, even though compared to other people, they go, wow, you have a lot of resources, but compared to other people, I don't.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit more about that because these days, so much financial data about the markets on the surface appears commoditized, right? You can go out and get a lot of it for free. Much of it even in real time. So when you think about the things you wish you had, could you give us a couple of examples or just talk about that a little bit more?
Yeah. So access to IPO information,